Babylon takes place in the city of Shinjuku and is also a prequel to X, the animated movie. A psychic investigator known as Subaru Sumeragi is on a hot trail of a supernatural serial killer. When Subaru encounters a young girl placing a curse on his suspect, the mystery deepens. The body count continues to rise, and Subaru must solve the case quickly or he may become the killer's next target. I thought the story was great. I thought the character development was very good. The character development, also the animation detail, all that stuff was great. I didn't really have anything that much negative to say about this anime. The story, the suspense to it, the thrilling scenes that kind of made me, shake a little bit, because I was very young when I watched this. I was a little kid. In fact, I wasn't that young. I wasn't that really far off after I've seen X because I was 7 years old when I seen X. So I think I was around 9 or 10 years old when I seen Tokyo Babylon. And I've seen it again recently just so I can get my mind ready. And it's still there. It's pretty crazy. Like the bodies, the way how they get murdered and stuff, it's pretty intense. There are two parts of this anime, and I think the second part to it is pretty good because after the first part of the OVA series of Tokyo Babylon, it kind of gives you that it gets you immersed to the second half of the anime, and they don't pull any punches at all. Even though the first one was great, I didn't really have anything bad to say about it. The second one was well written also. In fact, I kind of want to say it was better. Now, as for the characters, Subaru was great. I had no problems with him at all. He has that good spirit where he doesn't want to fight. You can tell that the way how his dialogue is on here. Very kind-hearted person. Really wants to try to understand certain situations, but when shit gets crazy to him, and then he decides to try to, defend the people by trying to, take down the enemies or other suspects that is murdering these people in Japan and Shinjuku. Now, Subaru is like this spiritualist when it comes to him trying to exercise these demonic possessions that is possessing these people, that is killing everybody. They're already murderers, but what makes the anime more engaging is when evil spirits possess these people and they begin to use the spirits to do more heinous crimes. I thought that was pretty unique. I thought it was awesome. Genius, actually. So that's where Subaru comes in. Instead of a private investigator, they need him to not only solve these cases, but also, take down these enemies in a way he can possible by exercising them in the most badass action scenes like to date in the back then in the old anime series. And his sister Hakuto is the comic relief to the anime. I love her a lot. I love his twin sister. Every time you see her, you already know that things are going to be funny. She's going to start saying some stupid stuff or whatever. She's a comic relief is what I'm essentially saying. And his best friend, Shishiro. Am I saying that right? I don't know. If not, please forgive me. But Shishiro, he is not just his best friend, but he is also the acrobatic side character on this anime. He plays his part by saying certain things if they get caught into certain situations, and he says his little two bits to it just so they can, get back on their feet and they can just do what they need to do. Like whenever Subaru has a little certain situation going on, as in the second OVA series when they was discussing about this girl that can touch people and she can just read their thoughts or their past history, what they've been through when they was a child. It's pretty crazy. And Shishiro basically spread the light of what she can actually do and why she wears gloves. Shishiro, he plays a very great part in the anime. In fact, I didn't even mention his power. I don't want to spoil too much, but he is OP as hell. You're going to see how he acts on here, and you're going to instantly be like, man, he's my favorite character. Because he's my favorite character. I like him, and I like Hokuto. But, other than that, I thought it was great. Now, as for the dialogue to it, the dialogue was great too. As when they was beginning to solve these cases, and as the stories was beginning to progress and stuff, and as they was beginning to find out who the murderer was, and getting enough intel and enough evidence to find out how to take this character down, I thought it was pretty well written. In fact, the dialogue scenes on here where people talk about revenge and try to go to the certain path to try to choose from, because there are times where Subaru tries to talk to some of the people who played a part in some of the suspects' murder cases, as in their family members that has gotten killed. Like this girl that was on the first OVA series that wants to seek revenge for her brother's death. And certain things that Subaru said kind of got to me. In fact, certain scenes on here was so sentimental, I kind of want to fucking cry. There was certain scenes where, she told him that, look, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to do this my own way. I want to get revenge. And then Subaru said, look, your brother is gone, he's dead, but because Subaru, he can read spirits, he can read the inner thoughts of the afterlife. I mean, at the afterlife. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little excited. But he told her, look, even if you do this, your brother wouldn't thank you. And then she still tries to get what she still tries to seek revenge. This anime is great. I love this anime a lot. Now, for the little things that I did not like about this anime. Now, normally when they have animes like this, they normally like to have like certain soundtracks to the anime that could reel you in to make the suspense more detailed, to sink you into the tension and stuff. Tokyo Babylon does that well, but there's one theme song on here that I really cannot stand. It's cringeworthy. It's out of place. I think it's called Strawberry Kiss Kiss. The song it's unbearable. I mean, I know people hear it and they like it, but I don't know. This is just my opinion. I don't like it. This is a detective anime. I was expecting them to have like a theme song that's a little bit more that's on a tone that could fit the anime, not something like "I wanna believe in your eyes." It's like it kind of. When I was hearing it, as I was on my guard, as things was beginning to heat up, I was like, no, I'm not feeling this at all. This is a little bit out of place. You know what I'm saying? That's like if they have an action anime and they play something a little bit of a hunky-dory, something a little bit more kiddie-like, and you'd be like, no, this is not rock music. This is not death metal. This is nothing that can really sink into this. And Tokyo Babylon falls flat when it comes to the theme song to it. What else? I'm trying to find something else, another issue to it, but I think that's it. I think that's all. Other than, like I said, Subaru's character was very good, very well written, even though this is a prequel to X, the movie, because Subaru, he does show up in the movie X. But like I said, he's not there that much. So if you watch Tokyo Babylon, you expect him to be a badass on X. I'm not going to just try to spoil it for you, but don't expect too much. It's going to fall a little flat. But one good thing about it is he's no Kamui, so he will fight. He will do what he can to defend the population of the world as much as he can. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys check out Tokyo Babylon before you guys check out X. You won't be disappointed. If you like the theme song to it, that's great. More power to you. But if you watch animes and stuff like this make you cringe because it takes away from the anime tension, then you've been warned. I'm gonna have to give this an A. Yeah, this anime has been out for a long while, and when I first seen it when I was a kid, even back then I was a little like a little cringed out with the whole the anime theme song, and even now I thought we'll grow out to it, but it's still there. It still kind of bothers me. I don't know if it's a traumatic experience, or maybe it's what I said, a suspenseful anime that has a lot of murder, a lot of death, a lot of action to it, and then they put this on here. I was like, no. Huh. Well, that was easy. That was quicker than I expected. Well, that's it for today. Stay tuned for more of my animes, my reviews coming your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a good day.